continuous performance enhancement, especially workplace continuous performance enhancement. So last episode we have talked about continuous performance enhancement, and we took feedback and we learned from Mr. Vishal Krishnani. Thanks to Mr. Vishal for his inputs. Today we are going to take one important message which he had given, and that was about action. I call it continuous action and result orientation, karo, in which in Hindi means that kaam karo. So we are going to talk about that today, and I strongly believe that जैसे हम लोग smart goals की बात करते हैं, in the same way we should talk about smart actions. So what I mean by smart actions is specific actions which are measurable. That is, जैसे Peter Drucker has said that you should always measure, and when you measure something, it becomes manageable. All the actions should be relevant, all the actions should be actionable, and they have to be time bound. So that is what is smart actions as per me. But if we want to learn from in detail about these actions, let us talk with someone who has already been very much successful in his career and has experienced about the smart actions. So let me introduce Mr. Chandrasekhar Paliwal. Mr. Chandrasekhar Paliwal started his career as a simple executive long back in 1994-95 in one of the embassies, a leading embassy of Ahmedabad, and he has a wonderful journey as a successful professional, where he was at a senior position in logistic industry, express and logistic industry. Right now, currently he is working as a chief executive officer, CEO, in one of the leading HR and Manpower company of Gujarat. So hi Chandrasekhar, how are you?
Hi Dinesh,
Hi.
how are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for your valuable time. As you are aware that we are going to talk about continuous performance enhancement and the role of karo, that is continuous action and result orientation, to ensure that we perform on a continuous basis and we become something like you. Right? So over to you. Won't take much of your time. So would like to understand, as per you, what is the role of continuous action and result orientation for anyone to grow on a continuous basis?
Yeah. Thank you, Dinesh. I am very impressed with your word, which is karo. That itself, is saying that do something, and we are on that crisp. Every industry is facing this challenge, that how to build the performance of their staff, their employees. Now there are various principles of management. There are a lot of things which every organization is applying in their company.
Okay.
And they may be successful, they may not be successful. Finally it lands up that what is the end result? What is the result it is going to? They are going to achieve.
Okay.
Now karo approach is a very good approach. I have gone through that, and thank you for sharing that. Now how it goes, so whenever it goes for performance enhancement, my belief is that definitely you can enhance your performance of your team and of your organization if you work in a systematic manner. So there has to be some system which you as a whole should be implementing in your processes or your whatever actions you are taking. Now that can be again defined into an acronym which is very famous acronym SMART. Now if we go by SMART goals, if we prepare SMART goals, we have to have SMART actions.
Okay.
Now these SMART actions are what basically specific, measurable, attainable, then it has to be relevant, it has to be time bound. Although everybody knows these SMART goals, how well they are executing when they are grooming their team, and how well they are doing those I would say performance enhancement with the SMART goals. That is the thing which will take a gradual gradual phase of improvement. And that's what I believe every organization has to do. Now it can be we have another in our management, we call it KRA.
Okay.
क्यों रखे आपको?
Okay. Right. That's a good one.
That क्यों रखे आपको, key result areas. Every staff, every employee has to have its own.
Right.
And we should always believe that unless until that particular employee is not going in the realization phase that he has prepared his KRA, but he could not achieve this much of the target or this much of the whatever the weightage, then that realization he should be having so that in the next phase he can he can definitely improve further.
Okay.
So I believe this process has to be given a continuous approach, and I believe you. I need to say I subscribe with your views on continuous action and result orientation.
Okay, so you rightly mentioned that realization has to be there when people want to follow, KRA. So KRA is nothing but key result area, and I rightly mentioned that क्यों रखे हैं आपको. So that is the important thing which an employee has to perform, and that's why he is being hired.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that there would be challenges, and because challenges and objects are there, that's why we take employees. We hire employees because if things would have been so easy, and we will not need employees, right? And because challenges are there, they are required. So, what wisdom you have, I mean, what have you learned in your this journey? How did you solve those challenges while actioning, especially into execution and actions?
Right. So in our journey, see, learning should be a continuous part of your journey, and I believe whatever principles you want to impart in your team, you need to give them a quick learning, and that needs a continuous process of training.
Okay.
So there has to be a proper training, which has to be a continuous phenomenon.
Okay.
And apart from training, there will be certain grooming, required.
Okay.
You will be hiring freshers, you will be hiring very seasoned girl. But the seasoned person who come from relevant industry or different industry, whether that person, can be adjusted in your company, in your culture.
Right.
So that requires that grooming. Because he might have attended so many training programs.
Right.
He might have gone through so many learning phases.
Right.
But he may not be able to absorb, or he may not be able to adjust in your culture. So there are your grooming skills required. And there is what the leaders have to play. Both card together, learning and training along with the grooming. So that will make his life and your life easy. Some of the challenges, some of the starting challenges, would be able to overcome with that. He is going to learn, he is going to be trained, groomed, and he is going to enjoy. Once that enjoyment comes, definitely his passion, which was there, he will develop in your organization also.
Absolutely.
To deliver the result.
That's right. So you have said that while imparting training, coaching, mentoring, and all those things, you learn many things. You enjoy. So that is what is most important, right? So it's not only we work for performance enhancement, right? So while a person follows CARO, that is continuous action, result orientation, apart from performance enhancement, what do you think are the benefits of this particular concept?
I'm sure it is going to give various byproducts.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So that those byproducts could be like you get into self-realization mode. Every individual who is part of the CARO, who is delivering you the performance, finally he will be able to realize that these are my strengths. How do I sharpen these skills to improve my strength?
Okay.
Or he would realize that these are some areas of improvement.
Right.
I would not say weakness, but there could be some areas of improvement which he will realize during the process. Absolutely. That how come the colleague could do it, or how come other members of the team could do it and I could not do it. Because they might be possessing certain skills, or they might have gone through certain tricks. They might have applied certain process. So those things he will realize, and he will improve those areas where he needs the improvement. And the strength is definitely he is going to apply again. It has given a result which can again further improve.
Absolutely.
So he will push more energy into strength and more energy into more areas of his improvement. So that is how he will. So apart from performance enhancement, which is definitely making him, his coach, everybody happy, organization happy. Then on the back side, he is also gaining these things
Benefits
through
of
which
course, yeah.
these benefits. So through which he will apply. So overall, it is a very good approach, and I mean to say, this can give you a holistic development for that individual.
Right.
And when the individual is getting developed, definitely it is giving a benefit to the organization and to the society as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before we end this session, just one thing, one advice you would like to give to employees who would like to be as successful as you are. Anyone.
Okay. so actually these are very simple. I would say ethos. There are various things they might be undergoing in the company, but if they follow the basic principles of discipline and work integrity, these I would say discipline and work integrity is still missing in a lot of our team members.
Okay.
So that could give the real result, because definitely he is going through all these processes. But if he is following work integrity, discipline, and the related basic traits, then that can give a very good result to him. Other than that, we can definitely make this approach of SMART more actionable by infusing. This is again a principle of PDCA. I would say plan, do, check, and adjust or act. In any of the I would say your area where you are facing the challenge.
Right.
It could be sales, it could be production, it could be operations, any of the department, whatever challenge you are facing, you just apply PDCA and you will see the benefit how it is being to give you.
Absolutely. So
that's
So that's good. So great. It was really very much insightful talk with you, and thank you very much for investing your valuable time.
Thanks.
And let's see that you grow beyond being a CEO.
Great.
And let's see that you also become a chairman kind of person. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.